Yeah, the title is not entirely true. I was technically already a fan of Marvel since last year, but let's pretend that WandaVision made me a bigger fan. If you're coming to my video to give you a detailed opinion and review on a deep dive about the WandaVision and the Marvel Universe and like Easter eggs and theories and stuff like that, you're in the wrong channel. I don't do that. And to be fair, I didn't understand most of the things that happened in WandaVision. Now, you can call me either stupid or just someone who just watched the show because of it's popular. You're not too far off the truth with either way. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk about I wasn't even planning to do this video. I just felt like talking about it because everybody is. So this is me just jumping off the trend, you know? You know when your moms used to say like, if all your friends jump off a cliff, would you do that? And you were like, yeah, well, me. So I also don't really have a script for this video, so I'm just gonna go as I go. If we go down my history with Marvel, it literally began last year at the first lockdown. I was never a huge Marvel fan. Like I never watched any of the movies because I'm not like other girls. I mean, I think that's more like I'm not like other girls, like stuff. I've never been a huge fan of superheroes, like except for Spider-Man, but I've only seen The Amazing Spider-Man, and it was probably because of Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, and not so much because of the story. So I never watched Marvel, but last year when the whole lockdown thing and me paying for a yearly subscription for Disney Plus, I was like, I gotta do something. It's either Marvel or Star Wars. And I refuse to watch Star Wars. I refuse to watch one of the movies because there's just so much I can go for. I've read Harry Potter, I've watched the movies, I've watched Game of Thrones, currently reading the books. There's so much fandom I can cover. So I decided to go for Marvel because of the amazing storylines. And I chose a worse year to become a fan of Marvel because just so happens the year that I became a fan, or that I wasted so much time, 23 movies, I believe. And it's also the year that we get no Marvel projects. And a movie postponed about 3 times. So now we're here with WandaVision, and obviously I'm watching the show, even though, being completely honest, I never really care about Wanda or Vision. Sure, I share a few tears in Infinity War, but there were characters that I never was attached to until this show. So the premise of the show, as you all know, is the journey of Wanda becoming a Scarlet Witch. It follows the events of Endgame and her trying to cope with her losing vision and creating a false reality of, sitcoms through the different decades, and until she eventually becomes the Scarlet Witch. The show was fucking amazing. It felt such a high quality, like just exactly what you expect from Marvel. So that's something that I obviously enjoyed. It didn't feel cheap or anything like that, which I've never seen the other Marvel shows like Agent Carter or anything like that. But according to people, they seem and feel cheap compared to the movies. So I mean, the budget for WandaVision was huge. So yeah, this show has to be good. Being completely fair, I wasn't entirely excited for WandaVision. I'm more excited about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki for that matter, but I was still really excited to, this is the first Marvel project that I'm watching, just like with everybody else. So I'm just excited with whatever we're getting, right? The first few episodes were kind of okay-ish, honestly. I mean, the first episode I didn't particularly really enjoy, but they got better as the episodes came. So that's also really good. Let's talk about the fact that we got a weekly episode. Who the fuck does Disney think? Like, who has the patience to watch an episode per week? I know some people that have the self-control to watch an episode per day. When I watch shows, I watch them as if I'm competing with myself to see how fast can I binge this series. I can't. And the fact that Disney was releasing an episode per week, it crushed me. You know, like, why? Why would the fuck would you do that? And it really wrecked me because I barely remember what happened. When I'm binging a series, I barely remember what happened in the episode that I literally just finished. Imagine me watching a show that I don't understand, because honestly I have no idea what happens in Marvel because I've never read the comics, nor do I care, and I literally don't care. I just watch it because it's entertaining. So how do you expect me to remember something that happened last week? So most episodes, like episode 8, which is so fucking sad, I did not cry. Better yet, episode 7, when it's revealed Agatha Harkness was all alone, you know, amazing song. Who's been pulling every evil string? It was Agatha all alone. I'm horrible at singing, but you know what I mean. You know that at the end of the song she says, and I killed Sparky too. I'm just like, who the fuck is Sparky? And Sparky was literally introduced in episode 6, I believe, and died in the same episode. So I didn't even remember who the fuck was Sparky. I didn't remember the dog. I'm a horrible human being, I know. I suck. I know. I'm stupid. I know. But it's just, I suffer short-term memory loss. Call me Dory for all that matters. I don't remember shit. So yesterday, when the last episode came out, I had to binge all the episodes before watching the last one, because what do you mean I didn't cry in episode 8? What do you mean I didn't remember who the fuck Sparky was? What do you mean I didn't cry when Sparky died? No. So obviously there was a problem. But again, like, it was obviously the best choice for Marvel and Disney to release the episodes weekly, because people are talking about the show in a longer period of time, so obviously it's better, but it fucking sucks. Within each episode you get a different, like, decade inspired sitcom. We started with the 50s all the way up to the 2000s. My favorite episode was episode 7 and episode 6. They were just the best, the greatest. Episode 7, which was, I guess, like the 2000s. And we have Wanda, like, all depressed and, you know, in her quarantine staycation. Dude, the intro song of that episode, it was a whole remake of The Office, which made me even enjoy it anymore. And we even got Vision doing the Jim Hopper face to the camera. Oh my god. And we also got Asian Jim in the show. The show was really good, by the way. Let's talk about Agatha Harkness. You know, when they revealed who she was, everybody, it was really funny because I follow many fan accounts on Instagram, so I can catch up on stuff. I like understand a few things. Everybody was like, oh, that was so obvious. And like, everybody was talking about Mephisto. Who the fuck is Mephisto? I have no fucking idea. But everybody was like, oh my god, that was so obvious. But like, still, like, they loved the way she was introduced with the whole theme song. Every villain in Marvel has to be introduced by a theme song from now on. Thank you very much. It's been around 2 weeks since that episode came out, and I can't get that song out of my head. Agnes was amazing, so I really liked Agatha as well. Something I don't understand, this video is all over the place, but I still don't understand who the fuck even Peter was. He comes in episode 5 or 6. has fake Pietro, right? Dude, I barely remember Pietro from the Age of Ultron. You bringing me a whole new other person, I'm like, what the heck is happening? Like, I have no idea. I'm confused, just like everybody was confused. Then in the last episode, he says that his name is Ralph Boner, who is the guy that Agnes mentioned in the first few episodes, I believe. And it's revealed that he was being controlled by Agatha. So he was a nobody, like just like a random guy that she was like, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna control you. You're gonna be fake Pietro and you're gonna give Wanda a whole fucking existential crisis. Or is he like actually, was he someone? Vision, and why Vision? I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I'm seeing them fighting, has, you know, that meme of like Spider-Man in front of another Spider-Man being like all confused, like, you're you're me, whatever. Where did why Vision came from? Did I probably missed something? Maybe I fell asleep and I missed out the explanation, but like, I don't understand what happened over there. Who the fuck was the imposter? I also love the incredible family action in the last episode. I need a little bit of an explanation, but this is totally my fault because I fell asleep watching Captain Marvel. I've watched every Marvel movie, but there's some movies that I just didn't care or fell asleep and didn't care to rewatch it. And Captain Marvel, unfortunately, was one of them. So I don't really, like, I remember Monica in the movie, but like, I didn't know she was like a superhero or like had powers at all. Like, I thought she was just, you know, like a psychic. What exactly is Monica? Should I rewatch Captain Marvel so I can understand? Should I just wait until the second one comes out? Like, to be honest, the show became interesting in my opinion. Like, the show was good, but like, it started being like interesting when we were introduced to Sword in I think the first time we actually saw Sword was in episode 3. So that's when the show started being like I was still confused, and to this day I'm still confused about the whole show, but that's when the show started being like really, really interesting. Like I said, I wasn't really excited about Wandavision. Like, sure, I was excited, but like, it's not the show that I'm the most excited about. But it really set the tone for the quality of these new Marvel shows, you know, and I'm even more excited for the ones that I was already too excited about. And I just can't wait for March 19th to watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I cannot wait. But yeah, the show was really good, but I can't help to think how sad it actually is, because Wanda, you know, she lost her parents and her brother, and then she lost Vision, and within that grief she created a whole ass sitcom fake reality so she can still have Vision, right? But then at the end, you know, she had this fake life with Vision and the kids. She lost the things that she already had, but now she lost things that she never even had. Because she never had Tommy and Billy, and now she lost them. Something that she never had. And it's so sad to think about. It's like incredibly sad. I love Darcy. The fact that we got to see Darcy, she was the best thing out of the Thor movies and Loki, but like, you know what I mean. I was really disappointed. I was really sad about the fact that she wasn't in Thor Ragnarok, even though Thor Ragnarok is my favorite Thor movie. I love that we got to see her. She was a great addition, and yeah, she fucking rocks. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say about the show. I enjoyed it. It was really good. But yeah, I'm like confused about many things. Oh yes, let's talk about her costume. So the Scarlet Witch costume, she looks so hot in that costume and so good, and it was chef kiss. Something I don't understand. She was always introduced as Wanda, you know? I mean, the people that knows about the comics and knows about the character, they know that, you know, her superhero name is Scarlet Witch, right? Because I don't think she was ever like introduced, or I don't think no one ever said Scarlet Witch in the movies, or maybe they did and I just didn't pay attention. But in Spanish, we have like the show in Spain is called Bruja Escarlata y Visión, which in English it will be translated to Scarlet Witch and Vision. So it's really funny that in Spanish they do refer to her as a Scarlet Witch, when in the original they never call her Scarlet Witch. It's just really funny when you translate things to other countries, and really interesting, you know. Because in my mind she is a Scarlet Witch. I mean, but then the show is about her becoming Scarlet Witch, and it's like, oh yeah, she's Scarlet Witch. I don't know, just really funny. I don't have anything else to say about the show. Obviously, I didn't even have anything interesting to say about the show, but I wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk about it, since none of my friends watched the show. I needed to talk about it. And if anyone wants to explain to me the things that I didn't understand, like if anyone wants to explain to me about Monica, the biggest question, the big confusion that I have, and that I would gladly appreciate anyone in the comment section, can you explain to me the whole Vision and White Vision? I'll probably rewatch the episode because I'm like extremely confused. But if anyone wants to be a nice person and explain that to me, I will love you. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this weird rant review. I don't know. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.